Good afternoon. This is Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Helena Nyeweja, and we are coming to you live from the Mahama studio here at Northridge. Let's get into our headlines for this afternoon. Hundreds of former employees of Electrochem Ghana Limited, including retirees of the defunct sector sales project, have staged a protest in front of the company's premises after their contracts were terminated last Friday. The aggrieved workers, clad in red bands and chanting protest songs, accused management of failing to pay severance packages and other benefits due them. Thank you very much for staying with us. We are live on channel 277 on DSTV and on all our social media pages as well. Let's now head to the details of the stories. Now, hundreds of former employees of Electrochem Ghana Limited, including retirees of the defunct Sango Salt project, have staged a protest in front of the company's premises after their contracts were terminated last Friday. The aggrieved workers, clad in red bands and chanting protest songs, accused management of failing to pay severance packages and other benefits due them. They vowed not to vacate the company's premises until all outstanding entitlements are settled. According to the demonstrators, many of them had served the company for years, whilst retired workers from the Zongo Salt project had also been left without their severance allowances. They described the management's decision as unfair and demanded immediate intervention to resolve the matter. Management of Electrochem Ghana Limited has not yet responded publicly to the concerns raised. Phone by Enoch Tetete, who is the Union Secretary of Electrochem staff, for more. Good afternoon to you, Tete.
Good afternoon.
Now, when were the contracts of the workers terminated?
5.
Okay, now what are the reasons the management have given so far for the termination of the contracts?
No reason given. In a general staff meeting organized by the CEO, Mr. Kweku Amprofi, on Friday, 15th of August, he told the workers they have closed their company, so everybody should go home. Go for your letter and go home. Go for your letter and go home. That was all he told us. But
so there were no special reasons for the termination?
No, there were no reasons.
Okay.
No reasons. No reasons given to us. Whether to include our severance payment. This is the time to include our severance payment. This is the time for them to pay. They want to use illegal routes. We will not agree. They should bring us our money.
Okay, now what is management saying about your protest?
They have taken a plan. They say it's their strategy that they will not pass any comment on anything. They will not pass any comment. So we are also here. We are waiting for our money.
So you are there till when? When do you plan to end this protest?
Madam, we have been here. People have worked here for 30 years. And if I'm going home and I'll go and sit in the house without any money, you think it's right? Even if I have to be here this month demanding for our money, I'll be here. We will be here.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll get to you in our subsequent bulletins to get to know where exactly you have reached with this protest. That was Enoch Tetete, who is Secretary for Electrochem Ghana. Now, away from that, President John Mahama has arrived in Japan for the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development Conference, scheduled for Yokohama, Japan, from August 20 to August 22, 2025. TICAD is an international conference focused on African development. It has been laid by the government of Japan since 1993 and is co-organized with the United Nations Development Program, the African Union Commission, and the World Bank. President Mahama arrived in Tokyo, Japan on Emirates Flight EK318. The president would also hold a series of bilateral meetings with key Japanese partners, including the president of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, senior representatives of the Japan External Trade Organization, and the Prime Minister of Japan, Shigeru Ishaba, to discuss trade, investment, technical cooperation, and infrastructure partnerships. So on presidency, the president, John Dramani Mahama, has granted amnesty to 998 prisoners across the country. The decision, based on the recommendation of the Prison Service Council and in consultation with the Council of States, has made in line with Article 72, Section 1 of the 1992 Constitution. Now, out of the 1,014 inmates recommended for amnesty, 998 were approved. Here is the breakdown of the persons granted amnesty. Now let's turn to our video wall to get all the details right there. Now, presidential amnesty for prisoners. President John Dramani Mahama has, upon recommendation of the Prison Service Council and in consultation with the Council of States and in accordance with Article 72, Section 1 of the Constitution, granted amnesty to 998 prisoners out of a total of 1,014 people recommended. Now, the categories of the convicts affected are below. That's the number and then the category. So for number 1, the first-time offenders have been set free, and also death sentence to be commuted to life imprisonment. Now, number 3, life sentences to be commuted to 20 years definite term. Now, those who are also seriously ill have been set free. And number 5, over 70 years, irrespective of offense. So whether it's a lifetime jail, whatever it is, so far as the person is over 70 years, irrespective of the offense, they are set free. And number 6, nursing mothers are also being set free. And number 7 is petitions. Okay, so basically that is the numbers there. We have the numbers of prisoners for the first time is 787. We have 87 for the death sentence. We have 51 for life sentences, and we have 33 for the seriously ill, and over 70 are 36, and just 2 for nursing mothers, and petitions is 2 as well. Now, we are joined on phone by fraud and security consultant Richard Kumado for more on this. Good afternoon to you, Richard.
Afternoon.
Now, what do you make of this presidential approval from the president? He set them free. What do you make of this whole thing, his pardon?
It's within the mandate of the president as part of his governance powers to pardon prisoners, particularly those who have put up a good show. It's also a known fact that our prisons are becoming overcrowded. It's also a known fact that our prisons have not added value to inmates. So for putting up a good behavior and setting them free, I think it's a good thing. What we needed to do is to ensure that the probability that people committing crime and going back to prison will be averted. But then if you're in the category of the nursing mothers and overage, and those who are on the death sentences being converted into life imprisonment, I think it would be a good news for them. We will need to look at it again as a nation, how to improve our prisons and adapt maybe even the infrastructure, the one Church of Pentecost built for us, to see if we could adapt it and build many more across the country. The ones we have now, I think they are outdated and they might be adding more problems to the purposes of sending people to prison.
Right. I mean, there have been a conversation of people getting minor punishments for people who, offenses are not so much of a high esteem. is not of a death threat to society, among others. What do you think of this, and what do you really make of this submission from other people? Do you think that moving forward, the government should take a look at probably first-time offenders and minor offenses as well?
It's not government per se, it's the judiciary. It's the prosecution arrangements in this country, and it is the justice delivery systems in this country. We have been told recently at the vetting of the Supreme Court that there are limited number of judges in this country. There are limited number of lawyers, and yet our crime numbers are going up. We will need to look at it again as a nation and find a fine balance how to deal with it. But I agree that among the many alternatives we have, where not necessarily custodial punishments are given, it has helped in several ways. We will need to improve it. We will need to advance it. And this is why we need a legal advocate and people who are interested in not filling up our prisons with minor offenses. We will need to come to the fore and lead a crusade in that regard.
Okay, what's the way forward? People have been pardoned, a number of 998 people. What do you think the way forward is?
It's a good news for them. Let's hope they have turned a new leaf. They have turned on a new leaf. They will not get themselves into crimes again or into the very offenses that took them into prison. Let's look at our justice and the legal systems in this country. And let's also ensure that our prisons have improved so that people necessarily do not go there and become hardened criminals instead of going through some level of reformation.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. That was Richard Kumado speaking to us on the latest regarding the president pardoning some victims that have been in jail for some time now. Now, away from that, the U.S. State Department has revoked more than 6,000 international student visas because of violations of U.S. law and overstays. The agency said the vast majority of the violations were assault, driving under the influence, burglary, and support for terrorism.
The move comes as the Trump administration continues its crackdown on immigration and international students. While the State Department did not specify what they meant by support for terrorism, the Trump administration has targeted some students who have protested in support of Palestine, arguing they had expressed anti-Semitic behavior. According to the BBC, of the 6,000 student visas that were revoked, the State Department said about 4,000 were revoked because visitors broke the law. Another 200 to 300 visas were also revoked for terrorism done under INA 3B. The State Department said, referring to code that defines terrorist activity, broadly acts that endanger human life or violate U.S. law. Earlier this year, the Trump administration paused scheduling visa appointments for international students. In June, when they restarted appointments, they announced they would ask all applicants to make their social media accounts public for enhanced screening. They said they would search for any indications of hostility toward the citizens, culture, government institutions, or founding principles of the United States.
Now, away from the Deputy CEO of the Forestry Commission and NDC Deputy National Organizer, Elikim Kotoko, has emphasized that Britain as a politically weaponized institution. He stressed the role of education in the forest preservation and revealed that a new system has been introduced to help detect and verify smuggled timber. Dr. Ezekiel Ejikumo, being NPP spokesperson for the 2024 Manifesto Health Committee, contributing view afforestation not just as a policy, but as a national duty that requires collective commitment and action.
The program will be to even engage GES. Let's have forest clubs. Should we engage Ministry of Tourism? Let's have forest festivals. Let's engage in the rhymes and poems, because the purpose of education is to reform and solve Greater Accra. So we should have forest clubs over there. Our educational curriculum should be looking at something that would intensify advocacy at those levels to imbibe in our younger ones the culture of saving the environment. You recall when we were young, we used to watch Captain Planet. What was Captain Planet about? It was just about the environment. Right. It was just about that. Today, you want to tune to that, and nobody, probably our kids would not like to watch that. They will want to watch, is it Ben 10 and the the new sensations and all that.
But I'm sure if we bring it back,
we can bring them back. So you see, so we
there was earth, there was water.
Yes,
there was
water,
fire,
and there was even one guy in there who's Ghanaian.
Kwame.
My friend, air, water, and you know. So we need to revisit some of these things, and I'm sure that we can be able to achieve a lot more. So we just have not taken time to reflect on some of these. When you and I were watching Captain Planet those days, we didn't see it. It was more fun to us about how the actions were going on than how the planeteers were fighting the pollutions in the water bodies and all of that. So there's a lot of work we need to do that requires everybody's participation.
And we are in the era of climate change. Our carbon footprint needs to be reduced. It's the reason why the previous government also started the Green Ghana Day, where yearly we saw millions of trees being planted across the country and reclaiming our forest zones. So I'll be brief on this. Electrochem has to a large extent explained what it is. That is a call for national duty. I mean, efforts started previously and efforts will still continue. I hope the government continues with the Green Ghana Day, is to imbibe in us the culture of planting trees and preserving trees. I never knew until I met the former EPA boss that even if I have a tree in my own house,
want to cut it.
I planted the tree and I think I'm fed up with the tree, or for whatever reason, I want to cut the tree. I didn't know I needed permission to cut down the tree. I planted myself and it's on my parcel of land. So there needs to be continuous engagement, continuous education. We are shifting from greenhouse gases to clean energy, where everyone needs to be sensitized to do away with certain crude methods of cooking, which in turn has health implications on our lives.
Chairman of the Jospong Group, Dr. Jospong Group, has unveiled an ambitious plan to transform Kenya's waste management landscape and create over 52,000 jobs annually. According to him, this will involve a clustering operation into regional countries to facilitate effective and efficient waste management across Kenya. He was speaking at the 2025 Devolution Conference on Wednesday, August 13 in Kenya.
11,000 delegates converged in Homa Bay County on August 13, 2025 for the Kenyan Devolution Conference, heralding 4 days of intense national dialogue from August 12 to August 15, 2025. DEFCON 2025 centered on the theme for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion and social justice. The conference brought together government officials, county governors, development partners, the private sector, civil society, and international stakeholders. All the 42 county governors, members of the county assembly and the Senate, among others, were present. The executive chairman of the Jospong Group of Companies, Dr. Jospong Group, speaking at the conference, revealed that the waste management solution of the company in Kenya will involve a clustering operation of counties to facilitate effective and efficient waste management across Kenya.
Kenya, with a population of 57 million, generates 28,000 of waste daily. And we humbly want to plead that, Your Excellency, we will cluster these counties into regional clusters, and so that about 5 counties can use this integrated waste park.
He said the clustering of the counties would not only improve sanitation, but create about 52,000 jobs annually for the people of Kenya.
Your Excellency, it might interest you to know that about 52,000 jobs can be created in a year through this kind of treatment plant. 30,000 jobs will be created from the collection of the waste, transporting, and then shipping. 21,000 jobs will be created by the integrated waste management plant, and 1,800 will be created through the green jobs, data collection, monitoring, and validation of the carbon market.
The clustering of Kenyan county strategy revealed by the Jospong Group Executive Chairman was widely applauded at the 9th edition of the Kenyan Devolution Conference 2025. Dr. Ejapon stressed the need for Kenya to harness the potential of Jospong Group's operation in Ghana, adding that together, Ghana and Kenya can build and sustain efficient waste management systems within countries.
Together, Ghana and Kenya can build and sustain with waste management resources in the countries. There's nothing like waste. It's a misplaced resource. Just place it up and then you'll be able to recycle it.
Among the distinguished attendees were the President of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto. President Ruto emphasized that devolution has been transformative, fostered equity and enhanced empowerment, enabling communities, women and youth to participate meaningfully in the development of Kenya.
This conference must be a turning point, not only for celebration, but for honest reflection and decisive action. To unlock the full potential of devolution, we must strengthen capacity in our counties by building the skills, expertise, and employing technology needed for effective service delivery.
The conference also had the sub-theme, Re-engineering County Governments to Accelerate Development and Close the Socio-Economic Divide. This was the first time a West African conglomerate, especially the Jospong Group of companies from Ghana, was participating in Kenya's devolution conference.
Still on TIDGH, the Environmental Protection Authority, in collaboration with GIZ, have launched the Ghana Green Cooling Program to support efforts to tackling climate change in Ghana. Speaking at the launch, Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Professor Mahama Brown-Kluche, said the project will reduce over 400,000 tons of carbon dioxide emissions into the environment by 2030.
Conditioning is one of the fastest growing sources of energy demand in the world. It's estimated that the air conditioning and refrigeration sector accounts for 8% of greenhouse gas emissions in Ghana. Without intervention, dependence on air conditions is going to increase, and along with the high levels of emissions, the Ghana Green Cooling Project seeks to introduce high-quality, ozone and climate-friendly ACs which are affordable into the Ghanaian economy. Chief Executive Officer of the Environmental Protection Authority, Professor Mahama Brown-Kluche, said the project will greatly reduce emissions by 2030.
The anticipated impact of this project is truly transformative. We project a remarkable reduction of approximately 478,480 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions by 2030. Beyond this significant environmental benefits, the project will bring substantial economic savings for customers through reduced electricity bills, foster job creation, enhance technical skills across the nation.
Ghana Wegner, Sustainable Energy and Climate Cluster Director at GIZ, the Ghana Green Cooling Program will transform the air conditioning sector and promote economic growth.
The HFC phase down, as stipulated in the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol, puts increasing pressure on the refrigeration and air conditioning industry to develop and apply refrigerants with lower global warming potential. And Ghana's commitments to the global refrigeration and air conditioning sector discourse are aimed at strengthening and accelerating the potential of alternative and sustainable technologies.
Michael Koff, a Brokwa project manager of Click Foundation, sponsors of the project, said their goal is to support solutions that promote green environments and safer communities.
With this program, Ghana is taking a bold action to transform its air conditioning and refrigeration sector, promoting efficient technologies that reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The Ghana Green Cooling Program will generate sustainable development benefits from new skills and jobs for technicians to reduce pressure on the electricity grid of Ghana, to healthier and safer communities.
Director and Head of Climate Change and Ozone Department, Felix Addo, with the Environmental Authority, urged Ghanaians to patronize the green ACs to protect the environment.
Now let's move away from tidy GH and get into the economy. The economics and the lecturer of the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Patrick Esuming, has expressed optimism about Ghana's economic outlook, aligning with the World Bank's projections of turnaround in the coming years. Speaking with Metro Business, Dr. Esuming stressed that while the economy is showing signs of improvement, the country has not yet reached a desired level of stability and growth.
Thing to note is that the World Bank sometimes, most times actually, underpredict our growth. So their predictions are usually very conservative. Okay. So we tend to perform better than their prediction. Because if you look at the fact of 2024, the economy grew 5.7, way better than expectation. And how we have started the year. If you analyze the growth number we've had in the first quarter, we are going to do more than 5%. So in some sense, if you see 4%, 4.6% or whatever, anything below 5% is compared to what we have grown in the last year, it's actually a lower number. But I think probably is the bank being cautious. Also, there are still a lot of concerns about vulnerabilities of the economy. We have done well so far, but a lot of factors have gone in our favor also, in terms of commodity prices, in terms of I think the election and the new government also has come with a lot of goodwill. So all of that is happening in our favor. So perhaps there's a sense that much caution is still needed. That's why maybe they are being conservative. You need to have a more diversified economy. You need to have an economy that is actually producing. And you are getting into the productive sector. You want to see more manufacturing, more agro-processing. That way, the economy will be creating more jobs. And your dependence on primary commodities will be reduced. And you also want to rebuild the economy so that you are less dependent on importation as well as foreign financing. I think at the moment, we are not there yet. I think those things take a while.
We all for the news updates here on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Helen Anyewejan. Akwasi Efriye will be coming through with Business Edge right after this break. Do stay.
Whether you're a wholesaler, retailer, or consumer, MNC Logistics and Trading is your trusted partner in minerals and food commodities trading. Experience the difference with MNC Logistics and Trading for your commodities trading. We operate a well-equipped laboratory that smelts and assays gold to ensure transparent, credible, and reliable minerals transactions. Our general food commodity market deals with imports and exports of food products such as rice, sugar, and grains. We pride ourselves on delivering products that meet the highest standards of quality and taste. With our expertise in international trading and logistics, we bridge customers far and wide. Locate us at number 4 Neosai Interfo Avenue, East Legon, Accra. Call us on 030-299-8246 or visit our website www.mnclogisticsandtrading.com. MNC Logistics and Trading, hub of confidence.
I'm here at Mycom JA Limited to show you the Promethean Active Panel, the ultimate tool for corporate institutions, hospitals, schools, and your home. With its crystal clear 4K display and an unbreakable screen with an ultra responsive touch technology, this isn't just a screen, it's a game changer. For corporate institutions and in schools, this active panel can be used for Zoom meetings and PowerPoint presentation. And your homes are not left behind. You can use it to watch all your favorite programs by just connecting to a Fire Stick, and you can get access to channels like Netflix and Amazon, and voila, you are in there. At Mycom JA Limited, we provide you with the best quality products from the United States of America with 1-year warranty. You can get an active panel at a discounted price of 18,000 Ghana Cedi only, and it comes with a fire stick, a webcam, and a micro system. You can locate us at Chado Container behind the Trade Fair. Visit Mycom JA Limited today and elevate your tech.
We brought you the first 2 conferences, which were awesome. Great leadership ideas shared. On popular request, the third in the series of Women in Strategic Leadership Conference, put together by ASWAM and Tarragon, comes off on September 24 to 27 at the Plash Camp Chache Resort, Adan. Come, engage with astute women with great leadership ideas and skills on the conference theme, Women at the Helm, Driving Strategic Change. On the bill for this special conference are outstanding women such as Genevieve Pearl Duncan Ubobi, banker, trainer, SME consultant, speaker and author. Miss AC Mills Robertson, Director of Inclusive Banking at Fidelity Bank Ghana, and Mrs. Augustina Atkinson Dadebo, Counseling Psychologist and Assistant Registrar, UPSA. Do call 059-205-2286 or 024-403-5731. Come and let's advance women in leadership while creating a supportive community as well as empower women in leadership.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend?
You Are the One. Featuring Alejandra Robles Gil, Brandon Peniche, Danilo Carrera, Bárbara Islas, Ernesto LaGuardia, and a great cast.
Fifra ye free nyina ye de ebedi ntia de ya fugia ne aduane saasro pintin bi aseda o me de ye di koye mu ne de awie nyina na makuafo modem mo so won fifre so ne nya bidio nanso bate aseman ga na mu a akuafo akoya abo pupu obo wasio na so da su kache wona san fifre ma mu nyina nya bidie nanso mpuntudwo mo aka akiri pa ekwan ben ne befa so ama akuafo fifre ho abanfa so de aban hyehye ne dwumadi ahodo ode bre akuafo no bo wote ase feed Ghana ye den na nkokọ ketenkete so mfa so ma akuafo so ye den Weinti na ahyehyɛ dwumadi esunkwa ya to ne akuafo mo ye de bro original TV and Metro TV so dwumadi beba akwanya ama mpanyimfo anim de ewa abafukwaye mu akyerɛ wadwen ye gye akuafo ha no amane akɔgye mu aye e de afiri aban mu mpanyimfo ho enimi ni ehia akuafo nyonko samo honto eda joada enwumre no nso kosi ne no nwotwe e original TV so saa so na da yawada enwumre no nwotwe kosi no nkono e Metro TV so akuafo mo Ghana akuafo abomoden na yempene wo.
Equiafumo is sponsored by ACAP Compost. ACAP Compost comes in 3 varieties: ACAP Compost, ACAP Compost X, ACAP Compost Plus.
Back in the day, tune in radio from morning, and you don't want to miss out because
anybody who comes on is massive.
They say back in the day on Metro TV, Mr. BKD anyway.
Back in the day, mentioning the place that you used to live, no, that meant that you were Dadaba.
Oh, how?
Because we are the ones who went to Saito.
I wasn't really a nightclub person.
No, I mean,
the only times I went to the nightclub, Yoko Dixon took me.
Yeah.
You have a Walkman by your side. Now that was your selector. The Walkman was your selector. So when you play the first song and you want to change the song, you have to start cueing your next song through your headphone.
Hi, my name is Ivan Kwashigan. I'm the CEO of Farmhouse Productions. I'm a film director, producer. You are watching Back in the Days with Sammy D on Metro TV.
Massa, we a guy and yes, Sammy D a feature. This is Back in the Day. Keep watching.
Back in the Day is brought to you by Telecel Ghana.
Welcome to Cook Africa. Straight to the Ashanti region. Hey, well, I'm talking about boys. You go back there tonight. Even a few days ago, you were offended. You and this character went government.
Ginger, the ball knuckle. Or the ama spices, the ama salt. We beat my a chance. Or the ama money they call. There be in Kosiache board. Welcome, go cake.
So my grandmother took care of me. Okay. So she actually taught me how to do it.
Anyway, I go there.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend?
You Are the One. Featuring Alejandra Robles Gil, Brandon Peniche, Danilo Carrera, Bárbara Islas, Ernesto LaGuardia, and a great cast.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step.
The journey continues, but becoming that phenomenal lady doesn't happen in a day.
It takes courage and refusing to settle for less.
This season, on the PL show, it gets much more diverse.
Engaging and impactful. This is the PL show.
We paint the perfect picture of pain, sleepless nights, hard work, and of course, the ultimate breathtaking view from the mountaintop. Success.
Successful ladies from all walks of life doing amazing things and positively effective change in their respective fields.
And as you know, we share all these with you, our ardent follower, to help you navigate that journey and also come out strong and phenomenal.
This is the PL show.
It's brought to you by Kale Charcoal, Kale 360, and Kale Kicks Toothpaste.
Right, so you're welcome to the show this afternoon. It is called The Business Edge, and of course, just gone by is a new segment of the show, and we are happy to be live on your screens. Of course, for God and country, we are coming your way live from our studios here at Rage in Accra. This hour will be very good. Will be very, very good. There is somebody that we haven't seen in a while, maybe on our show, and this afternoon we are going to have him, so we'll have the opportunity. Is it to grill him, or to ask him questions, or to get him to answer some of the questions in the sector that he's operating from now? But he was very vociferous, let me put it that way, vociferous in the country about all of the issues. And so even though there is a special sector that we are going to talk about, there will be the opportunity also to comment on some of the national issues that have been happening. And that's coming to start right away, but we will also be going out to do some other things after that interview. There are some protesters or people, the Ghana Agricultural Workers Union and other institutions that are gathering together or that are protesting against the new cocoa prices and are calling on government to either increase it or they protest, they hit the streets. We'll be having that as well. And then we'll be going to the Ghana Union of Trade Associations and have some discussions there as well. But if we do have the performance of the city against the major trading currencies, we'll try and bring that to you also. And of course, in the course of the program this afternoon, we'll try as much as possible to also bring you that of the news which are making round in the world of business. Along the line, we'll be bringing you one of my colleagues who is on the field bringing us a report. We'll be bringing you the details of what she has on the field and the report and submit that to you as well. But for now, I have the acting Deputy Chief Executive of Securities and Exchange Commission. You all, Deputy Director General. So he's in here in the studio. The camera should see him as I do the introduction of him. So you all know him as Asepa, Mensa Thompson of Asepa. Now we are not introducing him as that, but we are introducing him as the Deputy Acting Director General of SEC. Some time back, we had an interview with the Director General himself, who was a member of Parliament and has sat on the Public Accounts Committee and so on and so forth. But today is with his deputy because they have rolled out new guidelines for investment drive, for promotional businesses, to sanitize the business environment and the investors' environment, the trading environment here in the country. So we are going to go into that now. And let me welcome you. It's been a while. It's been a while.
You have abandoned your brother.
Oh, no. But what it is that we have to allow you to work. I believe that when you get into the public space, in as much as we want to hear from you, we want to see you talking and all that, when you get to work, we should also allow you some space to be able to operate, so that when we are coming to you with our questions, you would have the ample time of preparation and so on and so forth. But how has it been so far? First of all, let me congratulate you because we haven't had the opportunity to congratulate you yet since your assumption to the office. And congratulations to you from Bottom Line, from Business Edge, from Metro TV, from all of us. You've been our friend. You've answered to our calls on national issues, things that the masses are against. You've spoken vehemently against it. And now you are in this position to help change the narrative. So congratulations to you. And we pray for you that you will succeed, you will be excellent at your job, and the way you stood in for the people of Ghana, you'll be doing the bit of Ghanaian. So congratulations to you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Kwesi. Thank you once again. Metro TV has been my home. I've been with you guys since Laboni. And when you came here, we've been working together. The media, you are key partners. I've always said that I have a lot of respect for the media, and I always strive to maintain a very strong relationship with the media everywhere I am, because without you, it's like lighting a fire and putting it under the bed or in a dark place. Nobody will know what you've done. And so rest assured that where I am to, the relationship will continue. Anytime you need clarification on issues, anytime duty calls, we'll be here to explain the issues, break it down to the understanding of Ghanaians, the people of this country in whose stead we sit in these positions. We don't sit there for ourselves, but for the people of this country. We sit there to serve them, to pursue their interests. And you can be rest assured that the level of advocacy and reforms that I've pushed for in my working life, that same energy will be exerted in my new position.
Right.
As we strive to reform the capital market of Ghana, to bring it up to international standards, to create enormous liquidity, to create pipelines through which SMEs can access capital, and to make sure that as we stabilize the macroeconomic credentials of this country, the capital market is not left out. Will be positioned to take advantage of it to create wealth for Ghanaians.
So I will come to the details of it, and I'm happy where you have started from. But I'll come back to ask you how it's been so far for you in the office. Then we'll come to the capital market and all of these issues for the afternoon. That's our mainstay for this afternoon. But indulge me for 5 minutes. Let me go to my colleague, Ekuya, who is currently with Dr. Joseph Obin, the president of Ghana Union of Trade Association. We have hit him on the streets to be asking about the prices of goods, the prices of products, the prices of items on the markets as to if it is reduced, if it has not reduced, why they are not reducing it in tandem with the appreciation of the city against the major trading currencies, which is going to the advantage of businesses. And of course, the expectation is that they have to reduce the prices of goods and services. So, Ikuya and Mr. Joseph Obin is at Malata Market currently. Let's give them some 5 minutes or 10 and see what's happening there.
Window for businesses to adjust their prices in line with the appreciation of the city. Today we are at the Malamata Market to find out from traders if prices of foodstuffs are indeed high and the factors contributing to the high cost of foodstuffs. So come with me. And I have one of the traders here. Let's speak to her. Mami, me ma kwa ba eba metro news so. Ubeti me atre sesia meko na wesiesi no nebo.
Me pa twa metumi akere wo pa. Sesia de ye wo insutobrim. Sesia meko e wo fem. Sesia de apagya ne mu kakra ye meko kokko. E na sesia ne bo no wo soro kakra. But me gidi se me pem no be sa ye den aba fem. Nti ne ma ne de sesia ne bo wo fem. But ade ne ento. Ade to de ni ho kra ye betna se sa wo se wo ba me hwe TikTok phone so na me hwe ye nta ade to ho anka ba hu se me gina ho gidigidi ne eto ade nti ade to ne de emwa nti ye sere aban se o maska ne nye den enfuro na mafu nya enhwo mo botom wo mbe didwa ema ye ne nye be hwe ye mba ne ma gu SS ena fam ye bre pa.
Okay, na o kan se mekono kokono se say a cost kakra into the wash or container money you're saying.
Yeah, my show container first time on the one warfare na 20 cedis. But say some give 50 cedis. Aha. And I went into the 15 cedis, 10 cedis clear chow, 5 cedis chow. What I say? Aha. But say I dey brad turn any ho. Once a baby I din over Malata Market was in a higher way. Now you want to tell me say other than cocoa still no cocoa dear, but this time no young boy we are ne breno. But say soon to isunito, sorry, sunito in Tinama and to me day, Embry, Emma, yes, so what I say.
Okay, now city no enya ahode etia dollar no ntiama dollar no apa form. Na entino sesiano nsuo ne etono a city enya ahode etia dollar no still na niama no eba for my na that is meko kokono.
Ebetumi ababa se won se sanka wi na se be susu na eto nti no green ni de e wo ba kokoni de wo so still and the min kan da aha because we kwata na me ko fire 90 cedis aka 1 million be 1000 what you say nti no wo so but we say wa be hu me ko fa ne bottle ba ko na 300 nti na che se green no e wo fam sin Ready.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So basically, what she's saying is that one of the factors that contributes to the change in price of food items is seasonal change. And the container here that is for the red pepper is now selling at 50 cedis, but previously it was 20 cedis. And she has mentioned the fact that it's due to seasonal change. Let me also engage another trader here. Mommy, about Metro News so. Mommy, Ghana for be more complaining says and yama yedi nwa eduane ebo akosho. Udi ewo shrana sisi abafom.
Oh, and yama yedi nwa eduane say a season. Insuto ho, ewia wo ho, eno pebre wo ho. Yen nyina nim se nsuto a fum niam nyina ye from ena ewia so bo ana ahana so kakra na opani de esia na chese no man ni nyina ho aye den pa na se sei de awrade adom bro fine foforo aba nti ama okoma ni magu ase foforo no so ba ne bu ni ye na ne yesu kese pa ye lorry fe efi se no kware nyankopon animi Ghana ya kwan na enye kura ena se nkran ye won ye ne afu wa ha eno man ni nyina traffic sawo mu ko enkrasi bebre e wo mu na nyame adom wode aduan bre ye won ha enkransa ene tachiman no mu ne ade na wode ne amaba na ya kwan no so nye akwan ni nye ebe ye se driver ni de wo ne amaba ba be du nchen wa ha no in fact na wankasa kura driver no kura woman na mo efise ka kwan ni nye enya kura wo nipa da sani ni kura wo tiso a wo kwa amasaman kura enafo enti yesra ban yesra na pa onhwe ya kwan ni mayen na nuama no se kuafo no kese won fa dua maye mankran ha emso okom bede yen pa okom de bi bede yen papa efise kwan ni nye ebi efu no so wo ba bi a se ba emma se nuama no so aba ade ton so ayentade mini abia fia no pa mbetena mi so sikam aden na se bata mofra wo fie be kwa kwhwe obi kura mampo no wa bebisa se ade a woton na an ti yesra ban de so ye man ye ntimamufo no ye ho dwen no momoden no nye ma ye ne ye so ye ho nto ye afi ne me de wie ma asem no se yare nso aba enuane na aba yare na aba ne bebre fi yankasa ena minim fertilizer na omode makuafo ne duade ne so ekum yen efi se me ton amenkane so nti me de amenkane be mfato first bi no ye dowafu sa wo dowafu a wo hundobo ene nwaw ne ni amire ni ade se wunya mire nwe se bibia wo se wonye na so ye ne nanom bre mu no na wo afu mu kura otumi hia nwa wo hia we na menkan wo afu mu na wo bo spray pe na ayera hwemenkan si we ne boye de 1002 we kasi esi 1007 I na obe boa ne be so nti yesra ban so wo bibi obe ye
nti spray na almost spray na ama eya eden no the spray
esiwa na asen ade no wo be hu say eden but wani be ba ho so no na aye mrew awodi bi anim te se na bi a wadua bibi wo wa afikire na watu a bibi anim no wodi a wonya atenka no soronko nti yesra ban omomoden na onhye na sekuafo no bibi a wohin a wobetimi di aye afu na fertilizer na ye omususu na ekum ye ndodo medase mewra
na mommy wo ka kwan na enye no asem no enti eya ma kes kanebo
So that's a clear reporting from the Malata market, but we actually have the president of Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obin, on Zoom also joining us, and he's been monitoring events at the Malata market. Doc, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, if you can hear me, tell me, this is mixed reactions from the market women. I'm not going to ask you what to make of it, but what exact steps are you taking to right the wrongs? So let us have equitable or commensurate prices as regards the macroeconomic indicators, which all of you are commending currently in the setup or in the country. We are talking about fuel, the transportation of fuel from wherever they will get these produce to Accra for us to buy. We are talking about the dollar rate, for example. We are talking about inflation. Last week, Bank of Ghana sat down, MPC, the points are coming down 100 basis points and so on and so forth. Doc, what are you doing? What are you doing from your outfit to make sure that we all benefit?
So we have to do things, and we have to do things comprehensively. I hope you gathered a lot of information from the last lady who was talking about the road network, and then some goods being seized now, and then application of fertilizers and all that. This is an ordinary person on the street, but look at listen to her and the wisdom that she's bringing out. That's what we have to apply. That we have to know that we have to do our best to enhance on our agricultural produce. I've said it on several platforms that prices have responded positively to the stability of the local currency. It has responded the way it should, and that the stability of the city alone cannot bring the prices down unless we tie up to realign. The president said that they are going to revise the taxes on duties and all that, the structure of VAT, and even how to get access to the forest itself. The difficulty that we get to access the forest through the mainstream banks has made it that our transactional rates is derived from the black markets and the forest bureaus, which the difference is so high. So at which benchmark are we even using to do our calculation when we are expecting price reduction? So there are lots more that government itself have to do, and then we traders can also respond to it. And that's what I'm saying. The VAT have to be structured to be more affordable, and duty payment is still very high, and then access to the forest itself. So when we're able to do all these things, then at least it will make prices very affordable, and then the consuming public will also be happy.
Doc, I may agree with you to some extent, but not entirely. Not entirely agree with you because, well, let me begin it from this way. That do you not agree that in as much as duty is still very high, and I have verified and I agree with you on that, but we have Professor Jampo and his team telling us every day that they are going to collaborate with the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to reduce the duties at the port. However, do you not agree that it is not only a matter of imports and exports, and the local produce, as we are at Malata market currently, shows also the strength of the economy, and government has done enough in this line. So until the VAT reformation is properly effected, until we have the duties reduced, there are other indicators. Like I mentioned, the transportation has gone down. We have forced drivers to reduce their prices because fuel prices have gone down. We are just reading that the OMCs, most of them, decided that in the last pricing window, they will not adjust their pumps because the difference is almost insignificant to cause them to adjust their pumps. So there is some stability there as well. We are talking about the dollar rates and the city's performance against not just the dollar, but the areas we trade with. With Europe, Euro city is performing strongly. With Britain or England, the pound, the city is performing strongly. And then the almighty dollar, the city is still performing strongly. And most of your people have reduced their prices. Should that not be an enough basis? Should we only rely on, as to say, the duty and the VAT to keep, for example, prices of cement still as they are? That is not tenable, Doc.
I've already told you that prices have responded positively.
Yes, but not all the markets, not entirely.
Because of the stability of the city. So yes. I've established that.
Yes.
Probably your expectation is the rate of reduction.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you are contending with. And that's what I'm saying, that the stability of the city alone cannot bring prices down effectively or the way you expect it to be. And that's even if you listen to the government statistician, he also said that prices of imported goods have come down, and that our major problem has been the domestic food products, like the woman was articulating. The woman was not actually talking even about the, she was not talking about the lorry fare alone. She was also applying it to the road, the bad roads and all that. Look at Sawam Road and all that. If a driver will have to take about 4 hours to reach from Sawam to Accra, then what is the motivation for the driver to bring the goods? Then, if you insist that he bring the goods to Accra, then of course he have to even charge you about double the price. That's what the woman was talking about. So there are so many things that we have to do. How are we adding value to the goods? She also said that some of these goods are seasonal. That woman, whatever the woman said, you have to record it, send it to the agri minister. This is the common trader with who has a lot of experience. She was talking about organic material, food items against the new non-organic ones and all that, and the effect and all that. We have to look at all these things and make sure that we are doing the proper thing. If we are, we want to be self-sufficient in terms of food production and all that, we are doing little, and then blaming the trader for not responding appropriately. We have to do the right thing. I think we have a lot to do, and we have to do value addition. That it shouldn't be said that we have season. When the goods, food come in abundance, we have to pack them and store them. We are doing little about these things to enhance on sustainability, and so we are doing our best as traders, as I've told you. Even for imported goods, we could have done better if we were able to access the forest through the mainstream banks, because the difference between the mainstream banks and then the forest bureaus is too huge. Once this one is about 10.6, this one is running around 12.5. And so you see, if you transact in that, that's the rate that you use. And yet people will also use the bank rate to assess you and all that. The duties, VAT still remain, the status quo remains. So until we have done all those comprehensively, then the impact will be felt the way we all are expecting.
Doc, let me ask you my very last question. And you agree that the government has to do its part, which you have stated. You've put it across from policy perspective, the provision of a conducive environment for businesses to thrive, perspective, and so on and so forth. But Ghana Union of Traders Association, you also have a role to play. For example, supporting the growth of manufacturing and local production, the growth of SMEs, young entrepreneurs, and so on and so forth. How are you taking advantage of the current ease up, maybe quote unquote, let me put it in quotes, the current ease up of the economy for traders, for businesses, for manufacturers to take advantage of? You are sitting at the top. Well, how are you taking advantage of that?
Yeah, so I think the chain, we are at the distributive end, the distribution end, and our services is as good as the manufacturer. I hope you know that.
Yes, I do.
And so manufacturing is not complete unless it reaches the final consumer, and we serve as a vehicle to reach. So a vibrant distributive sector enhances on manufacturing and the productive sector. It's very important. Without a strong distributive sector, manufacturing is nil. And so we buy the goods that the manufacturers produce, and then the shortfall of supply is what we travel out there and bring it to supplement what we have here. And so we are playing a role, and then most of us have also decided on our own to also migrate from trading to manufacturing, so that we can enhance on the national productivity to be self-sufficient, and then lessen the overdependence of imported goods. So we are doing all that, and that the enabling environment should be right or enough for us to thrive, as it has started showing. So we believe the 24-hour economy should factor the role of the distributive sector and find ways to resource them to be able to patronize the goods that will turn out from the manufacturing sector, so that we can all grow as a nation.
Well, Doc, thank you very much for your time for the afternoon. But we'll follow up with the story, and I'm sure in the evening we'll bring you more details of how the perspectives of people at Malata Market are. Thank you very much for your time. So Dr. Joseph Obin is the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, and now I can come back to the studio for the big interview for the afternoon. And Mensa Thompson is the Deputy Director General, Securities and Exchange Commission, and he's here with us in the studio. And I think we'll start from the basics of how you have fared so far at the Securities and Exchange Commission. You've already given us the assurance that you'll be who you are. But, I mean, so far, how has it been for you there?
It's been a great experience. You know, the SEC is the regulator of the capital market. And so, as a regulator, you have a number of stakeholders to engage with and deal with on a daily basis. The job is also extremely technical, and so it requires that you pay attention to detail, engage, communicate effectively. You bring your policy perspective to bear in decision making, and I think so far so good. I have an excellent boss who is very experienced, Dr. James Kluchi Aveji, longest serving chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, former chairman of the Finance Committee of Parliament, and so he brings a lot of expertise on board. And with my experience in policy, we gel very well. We have a very great working relationship. And so far, we've been able to chalk some very significant progress in the sector. And I know that in a few years to come, Ghana's capital market will be one of the best performing markets in Africa.
One of the best? How? How do you mean by it will be one of the best performing markets in Africa?
Currently,
with the size of the country and all of that, how are we going to be able to do that? And what's the current state of the capital market?
DDEP dealt the market a big blow, and it affected